I greet you all, my friends and lovers of freedom. I greet you all. If you are live here, please, you can help us share this program. If you are live, you can help us share this program. All my friends, all the lovers of freedom and partners in progress, I greet you all. I am very fine, even though I may not be. uh, it's been a long time now. Uh, um, I want to I am here today not my brother, you are welcome. You are welcome. It's been a very long time. It's been a very long time. You can help me share the. I don't know if anyone will have with me. I can end it and then maybe add the person in officially, because the thing I want to discuss today is it's going to be very brief. Is to ask President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to please free the only Igbo leader, Nnamdi Kanu, and ignore all the naysayers, the likes of Hopeless Uzodimba and um, Soludo. In the recent days, Soludo have been very vocal in ensuring that Tinubu ignores the call of Biafran people to release their. And this is where I want to come in. Why I have not been able to speak on the issue of Biafra, it's not really personal. It is because of the madness from all the parties that have decided to smear the image of those who have really staked everything to see how they save their people. So I decide to ignore being part of all this madness from all the sides. So I don't think today is the right day for me to speak to that. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, please, myself and all the people who love the well-being of Igbo people, the progress of African people, we are asking you to ignore all the political, because they are not elites. All the Igbo politicians who do not mean well one bit for their people. Before now, I am supposed to address you as Your Excellency, Mr. President. But please, pardon me, I am a very big realist. I am a realist. I am very real in whatever I do. I love you. I like you. But that title of Your Excellency, please pardon me if I don't use it, because I understand that it is supposed to mean someone who is really excellent. So please, I acknowledge your place as the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. I acknowledge that. Okay, all of us of freedom. Mr. President, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chief Bola Ahmed Tinubu, please release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu is a man who means very well for his people. His advocacy for the freedom of his people is something that is founded in law. You are a Democrat. He never started fighting for this self-determination because it pleases him as an individual. It is because of the condition of his people. Like it is manifesting now the travesty of justice, how his people have been treated, and when he see that nothing is working like it is made manifest today, that a nation that is so blessed with everything that one can think of will have its citizens or her citizens reduced to animal. That today, the kind of sad story we hear is that a warring nation like Ukraine will be sending food grain to Nigeria while they are in war, while other nations are intervening, giving them, helping them, giving them arms. They are in turn giving arms to a nation that is not at war that is so blessed with everything in life. So when Nnamdi Kanu see things like this and how it's not going to end anytime soon, coupled with the kind of discrimination, maltreatment against his own people, and when he noticed that his people are special people with the strength to survive, with readiness to be placed alongside other nations that are considered progressive nations of the world because they have the can do. Today we are hearing of stampede where ritualists harnesses the opportunity created by the consistent failure of the state and consistent or subsequent governments, the failure of subsequent governments to provide dividends of democracy to their people, to give enabling atmosphere for all hardworking people to thrive. When he sees this and the workability of this state, he deemed it fit to lead his people out where they can see a better future. So there is no crime in this. You once were one of those who championed call for better government. I wonder why today now you are the president, you are unable to address these things. From the time you conceived your ambition, even though at that moment, were no more supporting one Nigerianism, but I still see thoughts that your candidacy would have changed things. Mr. President, like I said earlier, I am supposed to attach Your Excellency to your title, but for now, you have not merited that, because Your Excellency should imply that you are a democratic leader who passed through the rigors of democratic ethos and thereby meriting that title of excellency by observation of law and order and keeping same, and by ensuring peace and tranquility, by giving good life to your people, by, of course, in the primus of it, giving security wherein the protection of lives and property stems from. Mr. President, I want to continue to plea that you should not demonize or should not allow the praise singers around you, the sycophants around you, to blow your vision, to stop you from being the Democrat you've always been. As the Bola Ahmed Tinubu I know, by now you would have found a very good meeting ground, as it is in your Jagaban nature to always have a solution to all political problems. Till today, you have listened to side inconsequential people like Charles Chukwuma Soludo, the hopeless Uzodimba, and the minions like them, are their minions, instead of following what is of the mass interest. The mass of Igbo man today talk Biafra because of one prominent problem, which is wrong treatment. Average Igbo man and their brothers today, they talk, not just the Igbos, every tribe today talk about secession. Why is the Igbo, anything about the Igbo always different? There are Arewa people. Arewa is not any tribe in Nigeria. Arewa is the movement which is supposed to be the northern peoples, the core north arrangement for their own self-determination. But when the government of Nigeria, finally got handed over to them, it now wasn't serving that purpose of self-determination. Now it becomes a kind of political culture, political social-cultural group, which of course it is not the cardinal political social-cultural group of the North. The Odua people, which Sunday Bo and the Pa Akim, late Akim, Professor, the prof, is leading. So when you hear Biafra, why is it always a unique thing to you? Mr. President, please release Nnamdi Kanu. Release him. Whether he will stop the agitation or not will be determined on what resolution you are able to reach. So, but the ground for releasing him should not be him stopping the agitation. You should release him. Then the next thing should be determined by how you treat the Igbos going forward. The Igbos and their brothers have been neglected or have been sidelined by passing governments, including your own. Instead of you coming to play a role that will be more unifying, which I know you for, you have come to add to the problem. Mr. President, in case your advisors are a bunch of uyes or praise singers, I am telling you today to do the right thing. Every part, every corner of Nigerian state is bleeding. Instead of you to wading into these problems, you are not. Rather, you are listening and cooperating with people like Asari Dokubo, who is not even loved in his own homeland, in his own state. Today he is boasting that his men and the army are in Olo and wherever. So their only achievement is to fight the Biafran agitators. And himself is still saying that the oppressor who is holding a freedom fighter or one who is fighting for self-determination will do everything possible to hold him back. And him to know that the person who is agitating to get his self-determination is allowed to do anything possible to have his freedom. That goes to say that there is serious moral decadence here around your government, and that your policy is not built, your government's policy is not built on morals. Because if it is, you are not going to contract a man who knows what is right and deliberately choose to go against it. that is because of moral decadence. Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the land is bleeding. Instead of you targeting people to clamp down on, please look around again. You can do better. Stampede in Anambra, tens of people gone forever. You are giving opportunity to ritualists to thrive, banking on the sad reality that it has happened, it has happened. And everybody is saying, yes, there is hunger in the land. That is why there is stampede. The stampede, this is something that can be averted. As it is happening in Oyo, it is happening in Abuja, capital territory of a nation. Ritualists are harnessing the opportunity created by the failure of your system. Your government failure has given opportunity for ritualists to thrive. Within the Christmas period, people lost their lives because it is difficult for an average worker who has a family to buy half bag of rice, not one now, half. Where majority of your states are still unable to pay the minimum wage, which is not up to $20. $20, people who work in Europe, they collect up to $100 as tips. Sometimes they collect up to $500 as tips in a day. Somebody who work his ass out with his family cannot go home at the end of the month with $50. Mr. President, there is money in the land. Mr. President, the problem in the land is something you can also address. It might be considered as accusation, but whatever it is, Mr. President, your investments overseas that can change situation in the Nigerian state, why not bring it home? After all, Obasanjo, after everything he is said to have done in terms of looting public treasury, he invested it home. Everybody knows the worth of Otafam. The salary of a president, which was then 36 million naira, when you save it for 12 years, it cannot afford Otafam worth. It cannot afford even acquiring 10 plots of land there in Ota. But hectares of land are there, then the investment itself. So, Mr. President, the issue of refineries, why not bring it home too? Let there be competition. We refine, you make your money. But then, all these things, Mr. President, are not considered. Why pursuing the Biafran people? Because they see there is no hope. Mr. President, nothing is really working. The Igbos and their neighbors know that they are better people. They know they can do better. They know they can turn around. And in 10 years interval, they will be seen competing with superpower nations. If it is clear that Nigeria will continue to grope so rudderlessly? Why not allow the people who have a better way of moving forward to go? Mr. President, during the, I think the validatory, what was it called? What is it called? On the death of Ifeanyi Oba, when Akpabio, the Senate President, was to speak, he did say something that the Igbo man, all the Igbo man, all the Igbo men he know, they are self-made billionaires. They know how to turn around fortune. They know how to put something that is not working and it starts working. They have been underemployed, let's say, in the employment uh, the employment status, or in the discussion of employment, there is a particular employment on what is it called, where people are underemployed in terms of them having more capacity, but the responsibility given to them does not allow them to give more. So the Nigerian state has kept the Igbo man backward. If the Nigerian state, knowing that it takes only the Igbo man to change or turn around the situation, and it has been sworn by a certain minority who are not originally indigenous people of Nigeria, saying over their dead body, will they allow Igbo man to pilot the affairs of the state? Why not then continue to pilot the affairs of your state and let the Igbo man and their brothers go and you exist, they exist. Why continually contracting the Igbo man to keep fighting against themselves? Anyways, nobody's to blame. The Igbo man is to blame on this. They keep allowing some inconsequential interest to betray their own selves at any given opportunity, like they are doing currently today. It is very unfortunate, but that should be a topic for another day. The Igbo man is the problem of the Igbo man. That is a fact. The Igbo man, in every way you choose to look at it, the Igbo man is the problem of Igbo man. You look at the Soludo today. The call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu is now coming from every section of Nigerian states. But it is the Igbo man who is stepping forward shamelessly to say that the release of Nnamdi Kanu will not solve the security situation in the state or in the region. That is very appalling. But to you, as a political jagaban, you know better. If you yield to this, then I would say it is a case of Arwana. It is about an elder who knows the truth and choose to go the other way. You know very well that neither Soludo nor Uzodimma represent the Igbo people. None of them. They only represent their pocket. It is only Nnamdi Kanu that will not give anybody a sachet of pure water, and when he stands in the market square, there will be hold up. Millions of people will block every federal and state road because they want to hear him, which is, of course, the reason why the federal government of Nigeria don't want him to be in the correctional facility where he will be joined with other people. The lawyers to Nnamdi Kanu have demanded so countlessly for him to be, put in the normal correctional facility other than the DSS facility, where he will mix up with people, because the Nigerian state is afraid of him having contact with other with Nigerians, because they know he has come with a great destiny, such that his capacity of charisma, that is, the weight of his charisma, is so elegantly charming that anyone who he have contact with will, through his appearance, have the reflection of light, and the brain, the mental, the intellectual horoscope or hemisphere of that person will get illuminated, as darkness will naturally begin to disappear and, of course, evaporate. And the person will begin to get illumination. Nnamdi Kanu is an outstanding species. And then, because Nnamdi Kanu tested the spirit and the person of Simon Ekpa, and everything Simon Ekpa have asked for is releasing Nnamdi Kanu, and I will stop sit at home. And there are the people who are telling you Nnamdi Kanu release will not grant security in Southeast, are the same people who are telling you that Simon Ekpa is a criminal, is a terrorist. Mr. President, I know many times the Igbo people will think you are their problem. I am telling you, you are not their problem. The Igbo man is the problem of Igbo man. But then, you have a role to play, which, if you had played that role, things would have even gone very smoothly for you. The rumors of Bianca being contracted by you to destabilize all these movements, I wish it's not true. Because if it is true, I would just consider it maybe age is beginning to tell on you, because the super smart Jagaban I know read the handwriting on the wall and knows better than this. A problem that is ideological, every smart political gladiator knows that every political problem that is ideological cannot be clamped down using the barrels of gun. The best measure is giving peace a chance. A round table. Allowing Bianca to continue to divide. That problem you are thinking you can avert will create, if you are fighting 10 people, it will create much, maybe 10 times 7 of those people you are trying to do away with, because it's ideological. Every ideological issue must be followed with diplomacy. That is it, Mr. President. I am sounding very serene because I love your person. I have benefited from you. Maybe you have forgotten. I have benefited from you while you were the governor of Lagos State. And by the way I sound, you should know that I have some respect for you. But then, I don't know if it is age. Release Nnamdi Kanu. Things will fall in pleasant places as you want it. If you want the Igbos to stay a little longer, if you want your government to have significant success, you know what to do. You know the right people to contract. You know the right people to work with. A government that almost totally alienated a particular or a key player, which the people that should be key players are alienated, just like passing governments have done, except for Goodluck Jonathan. You should know it's like one shooting himself on the leg. Mr. President, while it is still daytime, look for the black goat. When darkness covers, it is very difficult to identify the black goat because darkness and blackness, these are coins of same side. I don't intend to last long. The Biafran people, I choose to go on break because what I have received, what I have seen, I'm very sure in the fullness of time, a lot of you will begin to see. There is a place that a lot of people are looking at. But the two routes that you are seeing currently today, the two routes, there is a problem. But so that I don't appear to be a problem or to be the one discouraging you, that's why I want to keep mute. Just want to keep quiet. But the two routes, the two lane, with this leg, with this leg, with this leg, I know a lot of you, as time keep going on, just pray for your leaders to be free. Pray very seriously. If you are a church person, pray in your way. If you're a traditionalist, if you're a marine believer, pray. Do your spiritual work so that your leaders will be free to address you again. You get why? Pray. What is currently happening? What is currently happening? Only darkness. Let me also use this opportunity to talk about what Master Prophet said some 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. Master Prophet has never believed in Nnamdi Kanu. He only had wanted to use in-lawship to profit. He wanted to profit from in-lawship, and the level of the rights that he wanted Nnamdi Kanu Onyendu to give him, Onyendu never gave him. So his commitment and loyalty to Onyendu has never been born of truth or reality. It's always been about what to gain. Up until today, you can see that from the way he is sounding and all the kind of prophecies he's giving. Some people are talking about how even Uchemefo and some persons who have been ousted are coming back to join a certain side. The truth is, the both sides that are involved in all this mess, the both sides, there is a problem. There is darkness. The both sides, I can't tell exactly what is happening, but there is a problem. So pray very hard, do every spiritual thing you can do to against all odds for your leader to have their freedom, for your leaders to have their freedom. I have been having so many push to let the cat out of the bag, many restraints. Let me keep holding the peace, but pray, let the potential leaders have their freedom and address you again. Yes. For all the propaganda coming flying from left, right, and center, the one I might manage to talk about is the one, I don't know anyone who is following the development of things. That very one that says that this Butozo and the Holy Ghost and all of them have been involved in kidnaps. You should take that one serious. That particular confession, it criminalizes your leader Simon Ekpa. If truly somebody who believes that he is, working with Simon Ekpa is the one opening up that Butuzo and his team, being the leader of the security outfit, have been involved in kidnaps, then that person and all the people who believes and propagate and share that they are telling you and they are bearing witness to the allegations against Simon Ekpa that his men have been responsible for kidnaps. You cannot criminalize Butuzo, who is funded by Simon Ekpa, and think that that attack is targeted at Butuzo alone. So if Butuzo and co have been involved in kidnaps and they are funded from here, so you should know who are the people that actually are bearing witness against Simon Ekpa. Let me keep holding myself. I don't know how long that I choose to stay away. I have been pushed and pulled from all corners. But I am a man of principle. Nothing, anytime it exceeds what is within what God wants me to do, no matter what you can offer, I will never play along. So if the struggle you are championing, oh, Obatobi, all this one, is to nail the man, if you don't believe in his cause, why not cry out and tell him, Oga, this route you are taking, you are becoming a terrorist to our people. Search your conscience. That is if you, because a lot of the people, from what I see, it appears a lot of decisions to make, but may God help me. While I try to tell you about Master Prophet, there is something else I wanted to talk about him. He said, this Biafra is not coming today, it's not coming tomorrow, it's not coming 2028 or what. I think he said things. When you listen to that, I don't believe in any stupid prophecy anyways, but then just from what one is seeing, this okwa bụrụkwu na majaga okigwe. When you see these allegations and you see the things that are happening, allegations from here, governments forming and not forming. This one say now tomorrow I am what do you call? This one say I'm deputy prime minister. This one say I am assistant. What madness? That is the concern. That is the concern of the people. Concern, oh, what position? Let me keep holding myself. I'm deputy prime minister. I am assistant prime minister. This is just what interests them. As Sare Dokubo was ranting, I saw a Fulani guy. I don't know how many of you that have seen the video. Maybe I should just show you some of these things because I might be pushed to saying the things I still want to keep myself away from saying. Let me not say anything yet and keep watching, because some people don't care about what they say because they don't have any integrity to protect. They don't care what they say.
Now, how was your face-off with the military eventually resolved?
I didn't have any face-off with the military. They are the people who are looking for face-off. Didn't have any face-off with the military. I said what I said. Helicopters were flying over my house. And even today, as we are talking now, in Imo, the military people, the army, the navy are standing side by side with my men fighting at Okigwe and Idiato. Now, in Imo. So some of them coming to make these things. I laugh. You know, why they do this is working for the federal government, so there are certain things they cannot say. What they cannot say to other people. They are saying that insurgency will not end. Ekpa, Simeon Ekpa. Who is Simeon Ekpa? We have destroyed virtually all ESN IPOB camps. As I'm talking to them.
Okay. You have watched this. Okay, no, you need to watch it to the end.
Now, as we are talking, we are standing side by side with them at Idiato and Okigwe today as an operation. When you are fighting for self-determination, it can take any means because the person oppressing you will not allow you to just go. The person oppressing you will do everything to keep you. So it's not a new something. It's not new.
ihe moto ndị kidnap n'ụzọ iso kịta ka ihe a na-eme na vụlụ ha bụ ọfịa moto ndị kidnap n'ụzọ isi afọkwa sekuriti ndị iso sọsọ udo ka nwa na ofu ndị agụlele ka a na-afụ ebe a onweghị onye isi na onweghị onye ọda sekuriti na ebe a ya moto ndị kidnap kịta n'ụzọ isi na-analụ ha krismas moto ite anụwa onwe sekuriti afụrụ sọnsọ udoka na ofu onye agụlele abịakwa na-akwụfuchi ụgwọ today bụ 25 akwụsịrị ike ịfụta na-alụ ọlụ ajọsụ nnọọ hapụ ụzọ ya moto ite kidnapụrụ ndị na ya n'ime na ahụ.
Okay, President Tinubu, I'm showing you don't hear, I know you don't hear Igbo. The insecurity situation in Igbo land has no business with the IPOB people. Soludo have created, with how many hundreds of vehicles and different security outfits. With all this, there are different homes where some Fulani agents have been seen where they occupy in the same Anambra. In people's own villages, they use it as kidnap houses for babies. The videos it trended on the social media. Soludo was never made any comment on that. A particular home, I think in Okija also, was used by Fulani people. They kidnap girls, and these girls will use that compound as a baby making home, and they keep selling these babies to politicians. It trended on the social media. Soludo never commented on it. Soludo is telling you Nnamdi Kanu's release will not. Oh, welcome, my brother. You are welcome. Longest time. Yes, I'm doing great. Merry Christmas to you too. And a Happy New Year in advance. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, there is a particular Fulani guy that I will also play here. This, let me see if this is it.
Lord, give us a free.
So in that video, where the Fulani guy was ranting, boasting that they are so sophisticated that no matter, okay, this is it.
Playing Biafra. Before I start, I may like to ask you guys to save this video because I know some of you guys or many of Biafran, they are illiterate, they are not well educated. Save this video, run to your neighbor and ask them to translate it to you guys. I swear to Almighty God, even you people have separated your nation, mean Biafra. You must see Fulani in your land. You must, that one is compulsory. Fulani is either you separate this land, you separate your own Biafra. Wallahi, Fulani must go there. Compulsory. Fulanis are not your mate. We are not your mate. We are not your mate. Fulanis are not your problem. Why you guys like you are out of your sense? Fulanis are not your problem. You are fighting with the government and still now you are still fighting with the Fulani. They play. You guys are wasting your time. Oh. Allah, I swear to Almighty God, even you people spread this nation, you must see Fulani in your land, Biafra, you must see Fulani. I swear to God. This is what I promise to you guys.
You can see that boosting. Does it look like an empty one? I don't know how many of you that know the day the rumor or the news of Simon Ekpa being arrested and how immediately the Fulani people check from Nigerian dailies, the daily newspapers. The day Simon Ekpa was said to be arrested, the next day you saw all the Nigerian dailies captured it, that Fulani herdsmen resumes attack again in Enugu communities. Check it. They are so afraid of that name, Simon Ekpa. But today, the same people who say Simon Ekpa is their Obatobie, you can see the Fulani man is now telling you that Biafra people are illiterates because they see how they reason like Nama. Yes. Otherwise, somebody who calls the person he seems to or he pretends to love is now telling the person that the person's men are involved in kidnaps and all names. They call the persons that the person they call Obatobie works with kidnappers. And they are looking for other people to accuse as being traitors and being the ones who set the man up. There is a problem. There is a problem. So, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the problem, you did not create this problem, but you have the capacity to solve this problem. Using your presidential position, you can save more lives. These people, they don't love you either. Nnamdi Kanu and his spiritual son. They only stepped in to save their people from this historic hatred against their people. You can see the instances I just mentioned here, where Fulani people are now boasting openly that they can always come to trample upon the Igbo man, no matter even if they go, even though it's a stupid threat. But then, this is to show you how, you know, even as Tinubu you are, outside being a president, you cannot go to any Fulani community and do anyhow. Because if you go there and do anyhow, you see anyhow. But this minority will come to your own village. Tinubu, you know what I'm talking about. They come to your own village and they do anything they like. So please, our call is don't allow Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, to remain there till 2025. They are not the problem of Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa is not the reason why you have different splinter terror groups in the north. They are not the reason why there is this kind of stagflation, because this one is more than inflation. It's not the reason why ritualists can utilize the opportunity of hunger to cause more woe in our land, that just where less than 400 people gathered, stampede will take over 38 people, take more than 38 lives. Where less than 400 people gather, stampede will kill people. Stampede. They are not the reason why there was end hunger protest. This is an error in the statehood and in your government. And this systemic injustice against the Igbo man. You know what we are talking about. You are Jagaban. You know it. Thank you for listening to us today. We do wish you will listen to this plea really and act on it. Let the Igbos and their brothers have their son and their leader with them again. And that you can now begin to look around on what lasting solution that is possible. Otherwise, self-determination, you know, is not a crime. It's still part of that democratic call that you once championed in the early 90s. You championed this cause. So I don't know what has changed. Self-determination is in line. Nigeria rectified United Nations Charter, African Charter, African People's Charter. Why not conform to this? It is lawful. It is lawful. It is not any much different from what you once pursued. You remember you said once that one Nigeria is a scam. You once said it, Mr. President. And because of these things is why I am finding it difficult to address you as Your Excellency, because that title is supposed to imply political righteousness, where you will work with your conviction. You must work with your conviction and walk in uprightness. And of course, while handling or exercising that stool or that authority, it must be with utmost or in accordance with utmost good faith principle. Thank you, please. Lovers of freedom. This is where I want to bring this program to an end today, pending when next I will come. If you like it, hit on the like button. If you like it, you can share it. But if you are not happy that I refuse to take stand with what I feel is not in order, please don't share it. Yes, if it offends you that I refuse to join in the band of wagons of praise singers, don't share it. I don't like to sing praises in error. And this is one of the reasons, even though this guy, this our brother that uses Igbo, what's that his name? That is now coming in to identify with a particular segment of what's, at least I used to like his uprightness. I don't know why I'm forgetting him. It's okay. That's by the way. And you can see a lot of things are beginning to happen. You can see the boasting of Asari Dokubo. They have penetrated some camps now. This Christmas. Yes. And he's telling you, you heard him, he said the truth. That the person holding you will want to hold you at all cost. But it is also right for the one that is seeking to be free to also take any action possible to get himself free. That's what Asari Dokubo said. Anyways, I don't want to get involved in Asari Dokubo's case for now. Thank you. Bye.